Tuesday night, Atlantans deciding who will lead the city for the next 4 years. Polls closing in just under an hour.
But will low voter turnout lead to a runoff between the top two mayoral candidates? We have team coverage tonight. We start with CBS 46 anchor Tracy Hutchins. Tracy, you're live at a polling site near Georgia Tech with a look at the race to lead Atlanta.
Well, Sean and Rick, we had to move locations because you know what? We wanted to give you a beautiful view of the city because Atlanta is a large city and there is a lot at stake here. And polls in the city, they actually don't close until 8 p.m. tonight because it is a municipality larger than 300,000 people. So voters still have about 2 hours to get to the polls tonight. And I'll tell you what, their decision they make inside that voting booth, it will shape a new chapter in the city's future. The field of 14 candidates for Atlanta's mayor will be narrowed down to one. Who will pull the city out of the grip of crime and pull together a city divided by Buckhead's push for independence?
Because Atlanta has left them high and dry to take care of their own protection.
5 candidates are expected to take the lion's share of votes, according to early polls. Plenty of money has been poured into their campaigns. No stranger to fundraising, Kasim Reed's campaign coffers top $2.8 million. After 2 terms as mayor, he wants the top job again.
What folks need to ask themselves is, are they better off today than they were 4 years ago?
Well-connected attorney Sharon Gay, once a top aide to former Mayor Bill Campbell, has raised $1.7 million.
I'm an outsider in that I've never held public office, but I know my way around the inside. I do know how city government works.
Thank you.
After nearly 4 years of leading Atlanta City Council, Felicia Moore wants to lead the city, raising more than $1.1 million to get to the mayor's office to tackle crime.
Making sure I get in front of all of our patrol officers and letting them know that I support them. 2, trying to get some of those who have left the force recently to see if they'll come back.
With just over $1 million in his war chest, Councilman Andre Dickens was handpicked by former Mayor Shirley Franklin to lead the city. He's setting his sights on adding more forces to fight crime.
To hire 250 more officers in the very first year and to get to 400 officers by the second year. This is going to take an active, aggressive recruiting model.
And at 36, the youngest mayoral candidate, Councilman Antonio Brown, wants to reimagine Atlanta.
We got to get back to community policing, where we're requiring our officers to get out of their cars, to rebuild the relationship and the trust between police and community.
But the fate of who will lead the city likely hinges on ballots cast by undecided voters. That number, according to the AJC, as high as 41%. So tonight, a lot of people will be looking at the decision made by those undecided voters. I can't tell you, with so many candidates in the race, a runoff is very likely. That's what so many people are saying, so many pundits are saying tonight. If no candidate gets above 50%, the top 2 candidates will face each other in a runoff at the end of the month. Live in Atlanta, Tracy Hutchins, CBS 46 News.
Tracy, thank you. A handful of mayoral candidates